Hello, I'm here to explain a horror movie. A group of friends went to a cabin in the woods for the weekend. They were all excited to get away from it all and have some fun in the snow, but they had no idea that they were being watched. A killer was on the loose in the area, and he had his sights set on them. The friends were picked off one by one, and the killer was always one step ahead of them. They tried to escape, but they were too late. The killer was fast and strong, and he wasn't afraid to get his hands dirty. In the end, only one of them survived. And when the police finally caught up with the killer, they found out that he was someone they never expected. It was the quiet and unassuming friend who had been watching them the whole time. He had planned this attack carefully, and he was very methodical about it. The other friends were shocked and horrified to find out the truth, but there was nothing they could do. The damage was done, so let's get into the symbolism. First, we have the cabin in the woods. This is a classic horror movie trope that dates back to the earliest days of the genre. The isolated cabin is the perfect setting for a horror movie because it cuts the characters off from help and makes them vulnerable to whatever evil may be lurking in the surrounding area. In this case, the cabin is being watched by a killer, and the friends are completely unaware of it. This creates suspense and tension right from the start because the audience knows that something is wrong, and the characters are just blissfully ignorant. The cabin also symbolizes safety and security, places where people go to relax and unwind. But as the movie progresses and the killings start to pile up, the cabin takes on a darker meaning. It becomes a place of death and suffering. The friends are no longer safe within its walls, and they are constantly looking over their shoulders, expecting the killer to strike at any moment. Next, we have the killer. He is a mysterious and shadowy figure who stalks his victims and strikes when they least expect it. This is another common horror movie trope that is used to great effect in this film. The killer's motives are unclear, and his identity is a secret, which makes him even more terrifying. The friends try to fight back, but they are no match for him. He is strong and relentless, and he doesn't seem to feel pain the way that humans do. This makes him almost superhuman, and it adds to the sense of hopelessness that the characters are feeling. Finally, we have the theme of paranoia. As the body count rises and the killer remains at large, the friends start to turn on each other. They begin to suspect that one of them could be the killer, and this creates a sense of claustrophobia and tension. The killer is always one step ahead of them, and they are unable to escape his grasp. The use of the red herring is particularly effective in keeping the audience guessing until the very end. The film does an excellent job of building suspense and keeping the audience on the edge of their seats. The final reveal is both shocking and satisfying, and the ending is sure to stick with viewers long after the credits roll. One of the things that makes this movie so scary is the sense of isolation and helplessness that the characters feel. They are trapped in a remote cabin with a killer on the loose, and there is no one coming to save them. This creates a feeling of dread and suspense that is amplified by the beautiful but unforgiving setting. The snowy woods are a picturesque backdrop for a horror movie, and the film makes excellent use of the setting to create a sense of menace and danger. The audience knows that the killer is out there in the snow, stalking his prey, and this knowledge only adds to the tension. Another thing that makes this movie so effective is the way that the characters are picked off one by one. This is a common horror movie trope, but it is used to great effect in this film. The suspense builds with each killing, and the audience is kept guessing as to who will be next. When a character is finally taken, it is always a surprise, and this keeps the audience on the edge of their seats. Overall, this is a well-made and terrifying horror movie that is sure to please fans of the genre. With its excellent cast, suspenseful plot, and beautiful setting, it is a must-watch for anyone who loves a good scare. So if you are looking for a new horror movie to watch, I highly recommend this one. Just be sure to watch it alone in the dark,